Oh, fun times. Hi guys, I'm gonna try again. I don't know. Go to. No. So I don't know what's going on. Um, can anybody see Sandman anywhere on here? Because I can't see. And I'm typing his name in and nothing is showing up for some reason. Hello, hello. No, it's not coming up at all. It's just strange. I don't get a request from you. Over. Weird. I don't understand. I can send him a message via inbox and everything, but okay, so why can't I add you, Sandman? What's going on? There you are. I think I found him finally. I'm, yeah, I know you're there. I just sent you a request. Hello, hello, hello. Ah,
Yeah.
what happened?
Oh my God.
Oh, finally. I
Oh
don't know what
my.
happened.
What?
It kept on saying you cannot invite somebody who has a business page. I'm like, what? So I
Oh
don't
my.
know.
Not on the business area. Oh my goodness.
How are you? Welcome.
I'm good. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you. There.
yeah. So I can't. You can hear everything is okay. You can hear. I don't have any music playing because I thought you were gonna play some.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to play now, but
Ah,
just see if the volume is okay.
hi guys. Hi everybody. Sorry about that. On and off. On and off.
Yeah.
I I I can hear something. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. It's getting there. It's getting
It's good.
there.
Well, like good to see you after a long time, huh?
Wow. It took us like 30 years to see each other, huh? Oh my goodness.
Really? 30 years? Fucking hell.
Yeah, I remember like I was a kid, I was still living in my parents' house,
I
but
know.
and you can visit me there, and Banzi and Ricktown came
Yeah,
also. A
Rickton and
nice night.
Bunzi. Yeah. Hi, Mom. My mom's on. Wow, crazy. I can't believe it's actually been that long. I thought, yeah, I didn't realize it was 30 years, but yeah.
Wow, wow. So many things passed, from there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I was trying to think like I was trying to recall what year it is, but yeah, if you're telling me 30 years, like holy craps.
Yeah, kind of. I think, yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, good. Nice to see you there.
Yeah. And yeah, so I wanted to like start off with like, obviously, well, yeah, 30 years ago, but I mean, you started making music already then? Sandman? Itzik.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Age,
And I
age-wise, was like um, maybe 17. Started to publish music in the trance scene, but actually
at 17 already.
more. Yeah, yeah.
Wow. And when I met you back then, were you Sandman at that time or Witchcraft, or were you just Itzik?
No, I was in the phase after my group with Rami Shapira as Witchcraft, and I moved after that to my main project, which was Sandman. Exactly.
Sandman.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. And so how did you actually get, I mean, obviously, Israel, it's obviously a lot of, side trance music and all, but how did you like, what was your like influence? I mean, before you got into the psytrance, were you listening to other types of music? I mean, who was your, like, what were you
Yeah,
into?
because just before I started my trance romance, basically, I was in the metal
Okay.
world. Basically, I was like on several metal bands, and we were like really underground, small kids, performing in a really cool club in Tel Aviv, which was called the Roxanne Club. It's like
Okay.
really iconic club basically in Israel, and we were like we were huge at that time as a kid, as a kids. But then there was a shift and some movement of people coming from the east with cassette players, and we started to hear electronic music, and it was like for us was like, wow, what is this thing, it was
Yeah.
like, wow. So my influence was basically influence from what I heard as the first phase of electronic music, but also influence from my metal days.
Okay. And what did you, when you were in a metal band, what you played instruments on? I mean, do you play like, what did you do in the band? What was your part?
Keyboard player, and
Okay.
I was writing songs for a few bands and also keyboard.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay. And then what
yeah.
was the, uh,
I was in a really cool band called Orphanland, which are really, really performing until today, and they're really, really cool band. They're doing really interesting Oriental metal, and it was
okay.
really interesting.
Wow. So how long did you have that, how long were you in that band for then?
Maybe like 1, 2 years. Yeah, we were kids, it like was
Yeah.
15, 16, maybe exactly.
Okay. And then what was the first, who was like the first, what was the first electronic, like artist that you heard then before you
Wow,
start?
wow. It's strange because before I met Rami and he was introducing me to some electronic stuff, we've heard like acid music, which was
Okay.
like you know, Ringo Majuero, what is his name? I forgot, really acid, but commercial acid, you know, I forgot his name. I will need some people from the crowd to help me with it. Really catchy music, but it was like really new to us, you know, and we were like looking at the people dancing to it, and it was really strange, you know.
Yeah. Were you at all into like craft work or like Nitzareb or people like that?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
This was actually in my metal days because we
Okay.
were in that time, of course. If I remember, yeah, of course, there was no internet, and there was, yeah, we are, you know, dinosaurs.
Yeah.
So our main influence and our main input was going to record shop and buying records and, you know, playing them to death, basically. So
Okay.
we were going to record shop and buying like few records, and into them also there was also electronic and industrial music, and I was like, I really loved it.
Yeah.
Like Guinea Puppy, Front 242, Nitzereb, and Einstrutz and the Neubach. Wow.
Yeah.
The old industrial days.
Yeah. Yeah. This I was gonna say because I think like a lot of your sound, like when you first started, was you could tell was like the industrial kind of sound in your stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
Um.
it took me some few phases in my music before I switched to my old influences, because at the beginning, as Witchcraft, me and Rami, we were doing really Goa stuff and really Goa Israeli stuff, you know, influence from the Mighty Astrals and
Yeah.
from concept in dance and the stuff that we heard in the beginning, you know. And it took me a few phases, and then I connected to myself, you know, and then connected to my industrial roots and
Industrial.
my.
Yeah. I never forget the first time I heard one of your tracks. I was like who is this? Like, oh my God, like it was insane, insane. I mean, I'm obviously like a huge fan of yours, like massive. Um,
Wow,
you know,
nice.
yeah, no, guaranteeing pretty much all my sets, there's has to be Sandman in there somewhere.
That's so cool. That's
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah, yeah. And obviously, over the years, you lose contact a lot of with people, and then I realized that now you're also, you're making new stuff, and it's interesting um to listen to your new sound also.
Yeah,
You know.
I mean, it took me also like also some phase to do some new music, because there was in Israel few years of new generations of kids
Yeah.
that like really not into the full-on music. They were like, we are really into Goa style, and we want only retro. And I remember, you know, the first party I went in like 2008, I think, and they were super kids, you know. I was like 25 or 26 or this age, and they were like really kids.
Yeah.
And I was looking, you know, like, what, you're into Goa, like it's old school, you know, in kind of. But it's super, you know, because it taught them, you know, it taught them the essence, the beginning of the movement.
Movement. Yeah. Right. So when was your first release as Sandman?
First release was on Symbiosis in 95 or 6 maybe. Oh my god.
Chavalalas, man.
Years
Wow.
ago.
Yeah. Wow. And how many tracks as Sandman do you think you've produced so far as just as Sandman?
um, I'm not a track machine, you know. I remember at that time it took me like 2 weeks, 1 month to finish a track. So I'm not competing with the, with the track machines.
Yeah.
Crazy nowadays. I'm hearing people, they making in 1 week and less than 1 week, 2 track, 3 tracks.
I know. Yeah. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
crazy. And so, like, album wise, Witchcraft, did they just release one album, or was it more than one?
No, less than one album.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
maybe as Witchcraft. I think we had few sketches and 4 release track. It's crazy, I was talking to a friend, and he was saying to me, only 4 tracks as Witchcraft, and it
Oh,
got really touched so many people, in so crazy.
yeah, yeah. And then, yeah, I mean, yeah, those, the sound is, I don't know, your sound is very unique, I think. So,
Yeah, I
and
mean, that time I tried not only to make a unique kind of sound of Sandman, which I had, but basically to make a sound on each track, to make its own, like it's a different artist.
that just,
This is why Sandman, as if you're going now to try to play a few tracks and albums, and each track is kind of
yeah,
different,
different. Yeah,
different
it's,
story,
yeah.
different story.
That's why I like it's very unique, it's not,
Cool.
yeah. And it's super cool that, so now you have like, new release just come out. Um,
Yeah.
uh,
Which is since we are still, or the world is still in Corona vibes. Actually, in Israel, we are really. It's super strange because we're really kind of out of it, and but it was a plan for me to try to go to my roots, and or maybe to the roots of the roots, just to touch the beginning of the beginning of the
yeah.
electronic, which was playing maybe when you were as a kid in Goa,
Yeah.
which was kind of what we were playing in the metal clubs, which was
Okay.
like industrial and EDA, like really super electronic. It was not really Goa trance,
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, and
Wow. And and when was your first like ever live gig as Sandman? Was when was that, and where was it? Was it in Israel?
no,
No.
actually, it's so crazy. You will need to help me because there was a really massive, really big club in London, which was it was the first, Sandman gig, but I
Okay.
don't remember.
In London. Wow.
I mean,
My memory is also not that great. Like, was it okay, let me see. There was the Brixton Academy, there was Heaven, Club Heaven.
but generation before the Bridgestone, basically it was wow. I
Mhm.
need to, I will need to remember that, but
Oh,
basically the first was basically London.
London.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Wow. And
So
who was that for? Who put on the fridge? Um,
Bridge,
the
exactly,
fridge. Okay. Yeah. DJ Solitaire is saying the fridge. So
exactly. Yeah,
yeah. Okay. And
and
what
it
year
was
was that?
party. Yeah.
What year was that?
For the release of Triple Logic and GeForce release, so it was like 96 maybe.
Okay. And who did that party then?
Symbiosis.
Oh, okay.
I remember correct, and it was so nice. You know, it was so nice and so pure, because I remember since this CP touched a lot of people, and it was really such a strange sounds coming from Israel, you know, because Israeli was like astral, and we going, you know, and
Yeah.
all the good and super happy stuff, and I came with super electronic, you know,
Electronic.
so in that party, I saw there everybody. I saw Raj, and I saw the guys from all the labels. You know, it was that times that when you did a good party in London, everybody was hanging out. You know,
Yeah.
everybody were coming. You know,
Yeah.
it was so good.
Okay, so in England was your first like debut then?
Yeah,
As
yeah.
oh, okay.
And from
And
there to Greece, and I
Greece?
played it 2 weeks later. Yeah.
Okay. Greece and then and so I wanted to ask like have you like actually been to India or Goa like
Not, not
never,
yet.
huh?
That's so strange. So it's unbelievable, because in my mind, you know, it's like I still, you know, remember it's okay. So it's now 96, 97. Let's go to this season, 98, 1998, 99, you know, to the good years, how they say, you know. So um, I don't know why. Every year it was like maybe this, or let's buy another synthesizer, you know, kind of.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean you have a lot of synths in your studio.
Yes, my babies.
Yes. Yes. Look at that.
The massive 303 wall.
Yeah. Wow. Well, I mean, you know, it's well, yeah, as I've been doing these interviews, I'm kind of surprised that some people like not surprised, but like maybe more like shocked that you know some of these artists haven't been to Goa to play. Um,
I don't know why. It's so strange for me not thinking about my music was playing there for
all
three
the time.
decades. Yes, 3 decades, and I was be there. So 100% this times nowadays when the album will be out, for sure I'm going to meet India. You know, it's a one.
Yeah.
I need to be there.
Yeah, you definitely. I mean, and I hope that when you do go, I will be there too because oh my God, it would be crazy. Actually, crazy to like dance to your set. You know, after all the years that I've been playing your music there as a DJ, it would be killer.
So cool. It's a
Yeah,
plan. It have to
yeah,
be a plan.
yeah. It would be awesome. Um, wow, crazy. Um,
No, I know, but it's have to be, because what you know, it's a temple of it's a center, you know. Even that a lot of people are saying India is changed, but the music also changes. You know,
yes,
it's fair enough.
everything changes all over the world. I mean, also in Israel, it's changed. No, the the trance scene also changed for a while. I think.
We have
And
we have like we are luckily enough that there is always a center of Israelis that are connected to the origin of the God trance. It's strange, you know, because there were like a lot of centered that the beginning of the trance that the music came from, you know, like the old days from Germany and
yeah,
England, you know, and a lot of places also. But all the time you see here, you know, parties with new generations of kids that there are we're going to play. If they hear like a new kick, a new sound of new track, they're like, not good. Even I remember one time there was a party. I tried, you know, to play a new track. I saw a sign, you know, paper sign. Please play Goa.
go.
Oh my
Oh
god!
my God, classic.
From that time I understood I'm not going to play in the Goa set new music.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, crazy. Then I wanted to ask you, what's like Sandman, um, the name of the original, the name, is there any story to like where it originates from, or the name
Uh,
Sandman?
of course. Like, of course, it's connected to my metal days, which was which was Sandman in the Metallica, in the Metallica
Okay.
song. But also, I was really connected to the comic book of Sandman and
Ah, okay.
the late. Yeah, yeah. I was really connected to the dark side of Sandman. It's
Sandman.
strange that yeah, it's so strange that you see nowadays the all the heroes of the comics, and you don't see Sandman. You don't see Sandman as a
Yeah.
comic in all the movies, basically. But I kind of know because it's a dark side. So this is me.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Ah, and wow, that's crazy. Um, yeah, and then what else I wanted to talk about? So your new stuff, and you have some stuff also released on Matsuri.
Yeah, yeah. For me, in these Corona times, to publish new super dance flourish kind of music is kind of it's not the right time. So for me it was like good time to experiment and to open all the drawers, basically.
Okay.
So I decided to release live versions of of the classic tracks, basically.
Okay.
And also it was a good decision to make really origin track with Ethan Reiter as Out of Orbit, X Loud, and we really connected. We played YouTube tracks of really all these Goa videos, and we heard music, and it was let's make this path,
This
basically.
path. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then who else have you collaborated with? Like other artists in the past, and have you done like remixes for other people or?
I will tell you, in the past, I was really against it. I
Okay.
was not really connected to the combination of making tracks together. I was really solo-ish kind of person,
Person.
living somewhere and making my own music, and this was me basically.
Okay.
But it changed my mind in the last few years, and collaboration it's kind of thing that now I really like, basically.
Okay.
And yeah, so I have some really good surprises with few special people,
Coming up.
which was coming up and already released with Ethan Reiter, and I have with Uja Boy. It's really cool track. It's going to be released really soon. Started a track with Dekel. It's a really interesting collaboration, me and Dekel.
Okay.
And also with Xerox, which is really old mate of mine, really soul brother. And we made a few tracks in the past. He was actually the only one I was connected, and I made a track with him.
Okay.
And there is a unreleased track, and there is a released track, which was the new release of opening of New Omega. So it was the
Okay.
first.
Thank you, Sandman, for your amazing art.
Yeah,
I don't know if you can see any of these messages as we're talking, but
yeah. I have to concentrate
yeah.
my
Yeah, I know it's hard multitasking for me also. It's
and,
like
and
um
also secure, so it's like you know.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Um so okay, so now you're more into doing collaborations maybe a little bit more so than before.
Yeah, also we started a track with Schizologic, which is really, really interesting, which is now on the oven, basically, and
Okay. And
really
and
cool coming, basically.
and which labels are all of these? Are they going to be on different labels or on a
So
on
my label now, and really happy about it and gifted about it, is Future Music.
Future Music?
Yeah, yeah, and this is my path, and also, you see, what happened with the release on Matsuri and the release on the Omega. You know, I'm not fully soloish, but releasing stuff. An album is planned on Future Music.
Okay. Um and is there any, I mean, I wanted to ask, like, out of, like, I mean, obviously you have a lot of tracks, but I just wanted to know if there's any, like, that you have personally that is your favorite, or that you're like, the most happiest with. I mean, which tracks of yours, or all of them? I mean,
No, no, there shouldn't be. I mean, they're all my sons, basically. You know that, but I remember Starfinder, and it was that time that Banzi was coming a lot to Israel, and he
yeah.
came to my studio. And at that time, he was in my studio, and he contributed with some ideas in the track, and he was playing. He heard the track, and it was, wow, Sandman is doing like morning music, you know, like idea, you know. So Starfinder for me is like really one place, you know, in my heart.
Okay.
Yeah, especially because I loved so much Banzi, you know, and it was
Yeah.
really.
Yeah. Yeah. Bundy was definitely a special character. That person.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it was. I mean, I met him when I was like 17, and I came to England with Guy Sabak, which was really one of the you know Guy
Of
probably.
course. Yeah.
Maybe you dance on this parties in the beginning of the Goa days.
Yeah. Well, I know him from Goa. We used to hang out a lot in Goa.
So cool, so
Yeah.
cool. I We came to England, and I was really young metal dude, you know, not really hippie kind of trancey dude. I was really a metal dude, and I came there, and we came and we visited few labels, and all of a sudden I'm meeting Rajaram and Banzi and Riktam, and we were the same age basically, where they were like the kids of Goa, you know,
Goa.
and yeah, this is what the names, you know. So we met there, and it was like really good connection, and all the time they were like presenting my music all the time, send them my newest tracks. And you know, I remember when I played on the dot the Natural Born Killer to Rick Tam, and he was
Wow.
like blown away, you know, like, what the hell is that?
Heck. Yeah. Well, that was my reaction also, was like, what the heck? This is insane. Like insane in like an amazing way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. It
Yeah.
was kind of, I told Rick Tam, I told Ricky, this is basically because of the 2 weeks I spent in your boathouse in Amsterdam, and the experiences we had there. I came back to Israel, and Natural Born Killer came
Killer.
out.
Awesome. Awesome. So okay. So your first party like was in England, and I mean since then where have you all played, like, and in your opinion where do you think has been the the best or the most, the party that impacted you the most?
Wow, there were so many good moments. Wow, too many good
Too
moments.
many?
Maybe for sure, because too many to remember. Let's say even that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But one one special party was in Germany. Let's say I think in '97 maybe. Tim Schulz brought me to Germany, and I played there, and the party was massive. There was it was on a tent, and there was the roll metal, and the people were like climbing on the roll metals, and were like, full, super, and I was a kid, and for me as Israeli to come to Germany, it was like really, really special, you know.
And
And also
that was in Germany, and what year was that?
97 maybe.
97. Okay.
Yeah. Also maybe in Boom 90 in Boom 2012 where I played there.
Okay.
It was such an experience, It's such an experience to be that the different from small party, like and up to 1,000, and to be in such a big event. For us, for me and my wife, were visiting there. It was like, wow, massive experience, massive.
And that was 2012. Yeah, I wasn't there in 2012. Oh.
Yeah, it was like a cool edition of Boom, which was like each day of the dance floor there is an opening act of Goa trance. So for me, I was planned to play there at the beginning. So it was like 6 or 7 in the evening, I think, if I remember correct. So I remember like I said to my wife, okay, let's come 1 hour, 2 hour before. Let's be at the area and see what's happening. So we came there, and I was planned to be the first one. So we came to the main stage, and it was super. It was empty, nobody there, because no music. So I was okay. Let's stay there and see what's happening.
What
Let's
happened?
see when people will come. I will go and get ready. And I see the time is like getting closer and closer. So I was okay. What's going on? What's
What's
going
going?
on? Yeah, I'm sitting and drinking beer. Everything is cool. And as a almost drunky kind of, I was like, okay, maybe let's go for the backstage. And like and I didn't saw nobody on the dance floor. It was empty, everybody on their own. So I went for the backstage, and they were like, "Where are you? We were looking for you. What's going on? Where are you?" And the other DJ, which was York Shiva Space, was planned to play after me. So I tell him, "Listen, I'm already ready, so I will play now, and you play after me." So I told him, "Okay, no problem." And the massive thing was like, I played, and he started playing, and like after 2 kicks, 3,000 people. It was like massive in 1 minute. 3,000 people on the
Dance
main
floor.
floor.
Wow.
Yeah, for me, like it was massive. 7,000, 8,000 people on the dance floor. Massive, massive.
Massive. Wow. That must have been killer.
Wow, wow, super experience for sure.
Yeah. And
Need to do.
ah,
Need to do that again.
yeah. Yeah, I mean I haven't been to, any of these big festivals in a long time. Like the boom, I was there when it started from the beginning, you know.
Wow.
When, yeah, it was like I was one of the first people to play at like one of the first booms back then. But obviously now it's grown, and yeah, I haven't been to the boom. I can't even remember when the last one was. Long time ago, you know.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
the
mean,
first time I went, like, like the ZNA festival, I went at the last one, and it was like amazing also just to see like a retro festival. So, such, a lot of people and like really good vibes too.
I really enjoyed there in ZNA. I played there in the, if I remember correct, the second edition or the third edition. I'm not.
Okay.
It wasn't a huge festival in amount of people, but the vibe was really really cool.
Yeah.
Vibe
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
really, and they told me that the place where the ZNA is the Zambu where the original Boom Festival was there.
Yes. Yeah. 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 I mean, yeah, the boom has like grown massive. How about, have you been to this Zora festival that everybody talks about?
No, not yet.
No. No.
It's strange because I remember, well, it was 98 maybe, which was the first Zora, maybe, or 96 or 98, I don't remember correct. Too much time passed.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
So,
And then what about in Israel? Do you play in Israel? Like,
yeah,
I
it's
mean,
it's hap- it's happening full time here. Right? It's like there aren't massive parties with amount of people that you see, in big festival, but every weekend we have 7 parties, 8 parties. We are a small country, so
yeah, yeah, yeah. But I mean,
to see.
those, I'm sure still those small parties are still like, full on, because I know the Israeli crowd is always like,
Yeah.
you know, all the parties that I played in Israel, I've always had like an amazing time.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. I mean,
That's,
even I mean, I have some like funny experiences at parties in Israel, but that's where they got busted and it was like crazy, but
we all know that situation. We know that situation good.
yeah. But it was kind of funny because the first party that I think it was, I was playing with Goa Gill at the time, and I
Wow.
and I remember I was playing before Goa Gill, and it was like I think two tracks before I finished, and it was so strange because I mean, obviously a lot of the Israeli people, like, they knew me because I've been going there for so long, and these two guys, like, they tried to pass me like a doobie, and I was like, yeah, no, I don't smoke or whatever. And then the guy came to me and he said, listen, after this track, you better pack your stuff and go. And I was like, what?
Whoa.
Like, he
Whoa.
warned he warned me. He was an undercover cop and he warned me. So I fucking packed all my shit.
Oh my God.
And
Too
as soon
good.
as I packed my shit, like, everything was raided. It was like, but people running, and it was just insane, crazy.
Wow.
And they had planned everything. They went to the party prior and put like videos up and everything.
Oh my God.
Yeah, yeah,
So much,
yeah.
so much stories happening in the parties in Israel, but this is so special about this country because,
Yeah,
so much situation going on every weekend,
yeah, yeah.
until today. Like,
Still the same, yeah. It
yeah,
was
I
it
mean,
was it was funny though. I mean, I mean, for me, I mean, growing up in Goa, I've had so many experiences like that, the police coming and busting the party. So for me, it wasn't really anything new, but it was kind of funny how the guy came and he like warned me.
this after after the 2 tracks, you have to split
Finish.
up. Listen, we had now on the second phase of the corona,
Yeah.
there was lockdown, and there was the first big boom lockdown that the world is going to collapse. Then
Yeah, yeah.
it did collapse. Then it started to be kind of open, and there were option to do events like, but only like for weddings. So there was a really nice party organizer over here that they made a marriage party basically,
Okay.
and we came there, and it was like everything is going on full power, everything. But then there was like informed that the police is coming, so everybody like suddenly putting the mask, and suddenly in the main of the dance floor you see a girl with a dress of wedding and guy with ties, and like, well, okay, now it's like a wedding party.
Oh, funny. That's cool. Yeah, I hope to come back one day to Israel. It's been it's been a long time.
I think it's a matter of when the sky will open. It's up to you, because a lot of people they if they will say Domino, the DJ from Juno Reactor. No, it's crazy, because this is how we met you. We were like,
Yeah.
okay, you are representative of Juno Reactor. You have to elaborate that.
Yeah, no, I guess so. I mean, when I first came there, it was because, I had done that big tour with the Juno Reactor. So,
So cool, so cool.
yeah, the opening DJ for a little bit. It was a crazy experience for me.
You had some unreleases on the dot for sure, yeah?
Yeah, yeah,
Of course.
yeah.
Wow. Pure gold, I tell you that. It was pure gold.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And yeah, till this day, I still have my two DAT machines, and I have still a lot of
No,
music, still a lot of music on DAT, but obviously a lot of my music got missing or destroyed or whatever. But yeah,
it's worth money for collectors. I see a lot of people now selling their collection of that machine with tapes.
oh really?
Yeah, it's gold. Because probably you don't know that you had the cassette with it all written there, but one time you had a quick session and you didn't even wrote, so like different music than what it's written there. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like maybe there is some unreleased and some artists that you never heard of.
yeah. I don't know. I don't think I would ever sell mine. I think I'll just keep it.
But you have to check it, before you play. You have to check the DAT machine that it will not glitch and everything.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I had that problem. I had that problem at ZNA. Well, one of they weren't glitching, but one of the DAT machines, the power out, like the channel kept on going up and down, so it was a little bit of a pain in the ass. Like the sound on one side was always
Wow.
lower than the other one, but apart from that,
I will tell you, I have a memory with an old friend of mine. Maybe DJ Moti.
yeah,
DJ Moti. You remember Moti?
yeah, of course,
Yeah. So he had like D3. It's
yeah,
like really old DAT machine. And his DAT machine was like that machine that was from Goa and everywhere in the world where he
world,
played. So it was open DAT machine. And this DAT machine, he was playing, and suddenly you hear like glitch. He had a screwdriver. He was like in middle of the set, like this. Like, oh my god! And you hear
yeah,
great stuff that now USB stick don't have.
no, no, no. Well, I mean, it was fun. I mean, it was the only reason I went to ZNA with my dads is because they told me. I said to them, "Well, how old school?" They said, "Oh, old school." So I thought, okay, so I'll take my dads. They
Crazy.
want
You probably
they.
were the only one with that machine. I guarantee that.
Yeah, I was the
No?
only one there with the DAT machines
Of
for
course.
sure.
Of course.
Oh well, what to do?
Wow.
Yeah, and but when I went to Goa last year, I played with CDs, but that also didn't go so well because well, the first party was okay, but the after party, one of the CDJs wouldn't read my CD, so I had
Wow,
I had
my God.
issues. I had issues with that, and then of course all the male DJs taking the piss, like, oh, you need to get with the times, you need to get the stick, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, yeah,
Uh,
yeah, okay, okay,
yeah,
but
we're controlling the situation.
yeah, yeah. But then also, it's not like I'm DJing all the time now. I mean, you know what it's like. You have kids, and I don't know your life.
Three kids.
You have three.
Yeah, three kids. Two old, two like older, and one baby, which is he will be he will get all of this.
Yeah.
The other ones are not into music so much.
Okay.
The other one is into skateboard. The other one is into acrobatics.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and the small kid is really into music. He's
Wow.
like
Nice.
he has his own small piano, and he's getting there.
How old are your oldest then?
12. Yeah.
12. Okay. My son is going to be 18, and
Wow.
yeah, and my daughter, she's going to be 8, and I mean, my son, he's into the trance music and that, but not really into like making or DJing. But my daughter, I can see she's very fascinated by it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
she hasn't seen me like DJ live yet, but she like loves to watch, the videos of me. She's like, oh my God, I want to go to the party with my mom. So
Wow.
yeah, yeah.
This is so cool. I remember it wasn't so long ago. I played 2 years ago. I will play press 1 minute. The finish of the track. I played 2 years ago on Sinai in Egypt.
Okay.
Yeah, which for us Israeli is like one of the most loved places in the world.
Sinai is beautiful. I love it. I went there also 2 times.
So for us, there was one festival, and it like 3 years ago, it's like there was enough confidence for Israelis to return to there. So they were starting to make even parties there, and I booked to play there. So me and my wife and my 3 kids went there for the party, and it was so nice, And I took my kids there, and we were like, wow, and they were the only kids in the party. So great memories.
Yeah. I think the first time I went to Sinai, I'm talking, way, way, way back. And I was with Ronan. I went with Ronan and a few of his friends and my British friend. We went to Sinai, and we were sitting on some shack on the beach, and all of a sudden I heard this track from like really far away, and it was this one from Chakra Eddie Miss, the liquid down the side of my neck, that track.
Yeah, yeah,
And I heard that from far away. I was like, what the fuck? And we're like following the sound, we came to this party, and it was like, yeah, mind blowing. Yeah.
wow.
Yeah,
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 and
yeah.
China is like for us, wow. But we cannot enter now. We cannot enter yet.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, of the Corona vibes.
Yeah. So I don't know how long we've been on, because I don't know exactly what time we came on. Can you remember what time is it we came on? It was
Now
supposed to be. It was supposed to be 12:30, but that didn't really happen. I'm thinking more like 12. I don't know how long we've been on, because I have to do under an hour. So I don't know. Does anybody know how long we've been on?
what is it like after 1 hour? It's like not published or.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I
Okay.
don't know. I don't know. What time did we start, Sandman? Was it around?
38 maybe, like 10:38 Israeli time, maybe. Not sure your time.
Oh, okay. Has it been an hour already?
It's now exactly 1 hour from the original, you know,
Okay.
before.
Time goes so quick. Okay, so I just wanted to ask you then, like, your plans for like the future. Like, now you have any like plans once, you know, the COVID stuff is done in another 5 minutes. Oh, another 5 minutes. Okay.
All right, all right. Well, I mean, I have to talk fast.
Yeah. So pretty much like you're like focusing on doing new stuff. That's pretty much what you're focusing on, is making some new stuff and
Exactly.
and
New material.
collaborating with other people.
And I have a new project which is world psychedelic down tempo ambient music, which is named 12 Tribes.
Okay.
And it's an chill out ambient electronic music. And the name is really special for us Israelis because it's like 12 tribes.
Okay.
And from our religion, we were like kind of from 12 tribes.
Right.
Each tribe was different. And my surname is Levi, which the Levis on the big temple were the musicians. So was one
Somebody
tribe.
says, okay. Somebody says restart the session after you save it.
Oh my God. Some music from the 12 tribes also.
Okay, so to look out for that. And in the like your label, will it be putting stuff up on Apple or just where would I be able to just online?
Of course, every platform it's possible, you know.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And what's the label of Future what? Future
Music is part of it's part of Iboga and part of FM Booking is really led by the master Eliran and Slider and good
Okay.
place, good people, good brothers, many years. Big love.
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Itzik, for being here. Yeah, and yeah, it'd be kind of cool if we could do a part 2 also, because you know, I mean, 45 minutes is really short.
But it will be from when we burst near each other in a party. This will be the second part. Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully, let's try and do it for Goa. Let's try and aim to.
Oh my God! It have to be, of course.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe in 2 years' time, let's all get there and boom.
Exactly. It have to be like that.
Yeah, yeah.
That's right.
Well, thank you so much, and keep up the killer work. Say hi to your family.
I will. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Good vibes. Lots of love. Bye.
Yes.
Bye.